Hey guys, it's Andokiller here, back at you with another video, and this is actually going to be another episode of Lootalicious raids, so I hope you guys enjoy this other episode. The first attack that we're going to be inspecting is an attack by my fellow clanmate and fellow clan leader Holt. Now, as you can see this base, this will obviously be a collector raid due to the fact that the collectors are almost full or halfway full, and you can see there's 360k gold available and 257k elixir available. So let's see how Holt deals with this. So he has a strategy of giants, barbarians, archers, healers, wizards, wall breakers, his queen, a rage spell, and a jump spell. So let's see what he does. The first thing he does is he drops a few archers and barbarians on the left hand side to take out these collectors on the outside. The same thing he does from the right side, and you can see he's already gotten most of the collectors on the base. Now, the troops are nicely going through these collectors, but he hasn't yet accessed the collectors on the inside of the walls, which he'll have to drop a little more heavily down to access, and I'm not sure if he'll get them in the end. Now he drops a few archers on the top to save archers and barbarians. I would have dropped let's say 7 giants on each side, followed up by half of the barbarians and half of the archers, and he would have gotten all the collectors. But I think Holt wants to go for the 50% also. So the first thing he does is he of course dropped 1 giant to see if there were any traps in there, and there turned out not to be. So then he drops his other giants with confidence, followed up by 2 healers to heal them up. Of course, he drops his 5 wizards right there to take out those storages, and you can see the air defense is nicely doing work on those healers, which he does not want to do. He wants to get the 50%, but let's see if he can get it. So his giants are at the moment working on the defenses nicely. His queen and his wizards are nicely backing them up, so it looks pretty good. But the bummer is he didn't get these 2 gold collectors in this base and this one, which contain about 164,000 gold, which is not that good. There he drops his jump spell, a very interesting spell placement, so his troops can evidently get into the middle, and so his queen can wreak havoc and hopefully clutch something, but let's see if she actually does. Now she actually turns to the gold storage, which has absolutely no gold in it. There he uses her ability, and she is able to take out a few more buildings. Let's fast forward it right here. The queen slowly goes down, and then he drops his clan castle from the top to take out a few of these gold collectors, but it doesn't do him that good because he only gets 49%. So a very, very close loss. Now, he was probably going for the loot, but wanted to get that 50%. Now, if he dropped 7 giants on each half of the base, followed up by 10 barbarians each on each side, and about 26 archers on each side, I bet he would have gotten enough percentages to get the 50% and accessed these collectors and these dark elixir collectors. So just a helpful point on the strategy, but overall he got 209k gold and 257k elixir. He got almost all of the elixir, but he still left 100,000 gold there, which is unfortunate, and he got about 2/3 of the dark elixir, which is 523. He lost 22 trophies though. Now let's look at the next attack, which should be right up here in a second. I think it is also by Holt, or it is all the way down. It might be all the way below. Nope, it's right here. And you can see this was 100% by Holt, and he was evidently finding the loot today. Now, coming across a base like this, you have to get pretty lucky, and you have to be searching for a pretty long time. As you can see, this guy hasn't been online for like 3 or 4 days because all of his elixir and gold collectors are full. So let's see how Holt conquers this base and gets ultimately that 3-star. So he first drops 2 wall breakers on the top left corner of the base so he can access that compartment, and then he drops his giants down, followed up immediately by 2 healers. But he has to be careful because a Town Hall 8 base has 3 air defenses, so they should wreck his healers. But with the new healer AI, so they don't trigger traps, it will go nicely for him. Then he follows up with his barbarians, wizards, and in a second he'll follow up with his archers so they can take out the buildings on the outside of the base. His giants are nicely working towards the middle of the base, and you can see the wizards right there destroyed that air defense, which was dealing damage to that healer. Now he drops a heal spell. I think he should have dropped the heal spell on the healer so it would stay up. It would in the end do him better, I have a feeling, but he plays his king and queen on the top right, and they're working their way around. King and queen power is too OP for that archer tower, and they destroy it. Now his troops are nicely placed all around this base, and it is looking pretty good for this raid. These wizards are nicely following up for these giants, and these archers annihilate that king right there, but he gets 2, I'm not really sure what punctuation that was, over his head, and then gets taken out by this host of archers. Yes, Molt, it is a host of archers, I think. It is not a pack or a flock or a murder. Actually, it's interesting. A flock of crows is called a murder. So people can see 2 different types of murders. When a person says he's seen a murder, it isn't necessarily the bloody one. Now his troops rush to this little mortar right here all by itself, and ultimately are able to destroy it before the king can even swing. So he got about 250k gold and 250k elixir, which ends up for about 500,000k loot combined, or 500,000 loot combined. Not 500,000k, that would be a lot more. And 110 dark elixir. He got 100% using a kind of giant healer composition backed up with a few wizards, barbarians, and archers. Now the last attack we're going to look at, it was executed by myself, and I just got it. You can see that I got that 1-star, and I'm attacking a very interesting base. It almost killed me that I did not have a Quattro Lava Lunion strategy for this base, because as you can see, 3 of his air defenses are upgrading, and I would have been able to get a 3-star on this base and collect 605,000 gold and 471,000 elixir and 1,760 dark elixir. I was going crazy, but luckily he has some of the loot also in the collectors, so let's see how I fare with this base. So I divide it from top to bottom because I see that most of the collectors are indeed on the top and are indeed on the bottom. I dropped 6 of my level 6 giants, followed up by 35 barbarians and about 35 archers to take out these collectors. I try to drop my archers and barbarians more heavily where you can see these collectors on the inside, but you can see this dragon out of the clan castle is annihilating my troops, and I will not be able to access all the collectors on the inside. Now I drop my 6 giants on the lower half of the base, followed up by 35 barbarians and 35 archers. And you can see some of the barbarians are working on the town hall and will in a second get me that ensured 1-star, which was what I was going for since I didn't really want to lose trophies. Now, once again, it killed me that I did not have a Quattro Lava Lunion trained up. I would have gotten probably double or triple the loot that I actually got. But you can see that dragon took very long to meander over to my troops, but alas, he was able to do it and will be able to annihilate my last troops right there. And with that, I end the raid right there. So I left 400,000 gold and 232,000 elixir and 1,000 dark elixir. It killed me. It killed me. It killed me. It is eating me from the inside, this raid. But alas, it was a kind of Lootalicious raid. I got 205k gold and 238k elixir, 744 dark elixir, which is not that bad, but compared to the loot that I could have got, it is pretty horrible. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Lootalicious Raids. If you like this video, leave a like down below. If there's anything you think that I could have changed in this video to make it better, or that I should change in the videos to come, please leave it down below in the comment section. A person that does YouTube should really listen to the people who view his videos, because they sometimes have better opinions and better ideas than he has, and he cannot say that he has the best and the best ideas. So I really enjoy if you leave any feedback. It's totally your choice. I also enjoy positive or negative criticism. I don't really care which. It's all a constructive thing, and I take it all positively so that you want to make my content better, which is ultimately my goal also. If you like the video really much, you can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you are, to get my content out to more people. And so once again, as I've said this a lot of times before, thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next video.